Welcome back to the Gulthias tree, session 21, Fires That Burn. Last session, the group traveled into the first sub-basement of Torinor Keep, um, having found a secret passageway behind a cool organ and behind some spiderwebs. They descended down, found some weird stuff. Mongrel folk groundskeeper who was pretty chill. Bone dining room. Um, Skeletons who wanted to beat up an artificer. And Rathwing, who apparently somehow managed to get down a whole ass mountain um, and kill a monster hunter in relatively short order, in less time than it took you to. Well, I guess you kind of went down to a town and then up a mountain, so who knows? Maybe he did get there just by walking. But yeah, after defeating Rathwing narrowly, the group closed the door off and took a rest inside of his office. Aveline found a switch underneath the drawer of the desk in the office, and upon activating it, a wall in the northwest corner of the room descended into the earth, revealing a stairway rather, down, deep into the dark of the castle. You've taken your short rest, replenished your hit points, and regained whatever features regain on a short rest. That being said, is the goal to descend further down into the dungeons and catacombs of the castle, or do you wish to backtrack?
I'm still curious about. Uh, well, I guess I didn't see him, but the mongrel had the giant set of jangly keys, but then left.
He went upstairs, so that was quite some time ago, more than an hour. So if he's just wandering around the grounds, it's probably going to be very hard to find him at this point. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying this is the realistic part of having taken a short rest. Any other descend or no descend? Descend.
Descend.
I want to keep exploring this floor.
Well, there's, I think everything that all the hallways that we've found
So
lead to stairs.
There
It's
were
either up or down.
3 doors in the main hall that you didn't investigate thoroughly. There was a grate or a portcullis that was down that you could see through. There were barrels on the opposite side that you did not investigate. There was a staircase that leads up beyond the skeleton guard's chamber. There's a staircase that goes up that the mongrel folk went up into. There's a staircase that goes up just outside of the room you're in, beyond the small guard chamber, in the room with the swords in the walls and bones all over the place.
I forgot that one entirely.
So there's a lot of different passageways. None of them were secreted and hidden from you. This one was.
Those were the stairs I was standing on when Rathwing came out this room.
Yeah, you were just about to go up them when the fight started.
And
So-
he literally dragged me. I think okay, do we want, let's do a vote. Do we want to go down the stairs, or do we want to go explore those 3 doors?
Explore and down. Explore, then down.
Okay, so doors.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Explore and then down.
Yeah.
Stephanie, Michael. Secret passage.
I kind of just want to go downstairs, to be honest.
Down through the secret tunnel.
Yeah.
Michael. Same.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know if Elizabeth. It sounds like you're going kind of Sweden on this, or Switzerland rather. and not choosing a directionality. Do you want to be the the tiebreaker, or do you want me to put in an Alenia comment to hopefully sway some votes one way or the other?
Split up and look for clues.
Split
Yeah.
up.
We could
That is
split.
the worst idea. Remember what happened last time we split up?
Yeah, we killed rats.
Otter lost the stake.
So do you want to be the tiebreaker, or do you want me to put in like the NPC information to vote one direction or the other?
I honestly really don't care either way.
Alenia will say,
Sorry.
from what we understand of the book and of Gulthias, it's presumed that he is buried in the catacombs of this castle. Since he's not on this level, she looks over to the door that was just opened. Perhaps we should descend further.
Down it is. Then.
Okay,
Alright.
let's go.
Alright. So, shifting the map. And changing the music. See how loud it is. Oh man.
Not very loud.
You can turn it up if you want.
Turn up your goddamn-
I like it. Oh, man, it's cool.
You descend, and I will shift ping you so you are in the vision there. Should be top left corner. You descend down the steps. Nodder, Hero up front, Alenia and Saphira in line behind, Sen, Aveline behind that, and of course Copper with Teapotser in tow. You descend down the steps. As you make your way down, Nodder kind of move up to this kind of landing that seems to send the stairs in a different direction, back inwards in towards the presumed basement of the castle. And as you step there, you hear footsteps. Go ahead and stop there for a second. You hear footsteps, and out of the shadows, coming up out of the steps, you see a pale man, red cloak, blue undercoat, crown made of thorns and tree branches, thistles, tree looking crown. His eyes kind of deep red as he looks up at you. And he says, "You will all die here." And a grin kind of shines in the darkness, and you can see his teeth barred. One
It's
second.
our boy.
That's not the boy.
Roll initiative.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I'm
that
Shingle.
Nah. Who's this guy?
We should have gone to the doors.
Who's this guy?
Let's just go back up the stairs. It's fine.
Since
dumb
I'm
stuff.
behind Copper.
I wasn't expecting to see this face so soon.
Ah.
One second.
Maybe I should have changed.
All
Oh
right.
shit. That would have been nuts.
Excuse me while I go freshen up.
It still says on the token. That's stupid. Alright. So everybody rolled. Lara, you selected your token and clicked initiative.
Sorry, what?
Make sure your token is selected, and then go into your
Okay.
character sheet, and at the
Mhm.
top click the word initiative.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. There we go. All right. As he becomes more visible to you, Nodder, you watch as he kind of places his hand on nothing and you watch as a scabbard appears in his hand, a sword hilt in his hand, and he draws a perfectly white mithril blade and drops it down to his right side.
Oh man, I don't like the looks of that.
You then watch as what appear to be shadows start to kind of manifest around him on the ground and from above, and you can see that they start to twist and contort into bat-like shapes. That's it for him. Sen, you're up.
Why you gotta do that like that? It was like that. I can't even speak anymore.
I'm so scared.
Well, you definitely see that this is a very tight and close-quartered location. The office
Yeah.
behind you seems to be a bit more favorable, but you could just move up and attack him as well. Your call.
Uh,
Do you want to
that
back off,
is-
or do you want to rush in?
I want to back off.
The second
'cause
you
I
turn-
think it would be better.
The second you turn and look in that direction, you watch as the door comes up out of the floor, slamming behind you.
Why you gotta play us like this? Ah, shit. Well, it was a fun time, guys.
Your turn isn't wasted. You can still do something different, but you do kind of look over your shoulder, and everyone kind of hears a as it slams shut.
Aren't we glad we didn't split up? I guess there's no good way to do this. Can I shoot one of the bats?
Well, you can rush forward, and you'll be able to see him. You can shoot him. He's kind of surrounded by the bats. They don't seem to be tangible. They're more like shadows of bats.
Okay. I guess I'll go over. Would it be? No.
You can shoot from
I guess
there.
I'll go here in front of Hero. And then
Take your shot.
take my shot. And I don't get sneak attack, right? Or sharpshooter.
He's well aware you're present. You could sharpshooter. It takes a penalty to your attack roll.
Nah.
Hit.
Yay.
So
10.
the two of you who are around the corner watch as Sen pulls up the crossbow, fires the shot. It hits Gulthias directly in the face, and as it hits, it goes through his head as if it weren't there. You watch as the bats start to dissipate, and he becomes like a fog and shifts to the side, and you hear and he vanishes from sight.
Scary boy.
Very clearly similar to the way the illusion up above disappeared.
I could
Knew
have
it.
walked right past
I
him.
fucking knew it.
Damn it.
Dirty bastard.
So yeah, around the corner,
Been crying on the floor.
Son of a gun.
down the steps. I'm assuming that with no light to your currentness, I'm gonna go ahead and say that I think Saphira has the spell light. So if she wants to cast that on Nodder,
Yeah.
okay. That way he's a glowing beacon of bear. I think that's too much.
Maybe a glowing bear.
Kind of
Like
like
Care Bear.
Aw, he's Glow Bear.
What's my
Glow
symbol?
Bear.
Which one? Which spell?
oh, it's the spell light. It's okay. You don't have to click it. It doesn't. Yeah, it just
Oh.
basically
Wait.
you can designate one person or one object, and it glows like a torch.
Oh, okay.
So
Does
the bear
this
shield.
Does
Now-
this mean that Nodder's a sun bear?
Yes, he's the Sun Bear.
Down the steps, some distance below you, there is a doorway. The doorway before you is very plain, but it's stone, wrought iron, kind of framing it, and set inside of a kind of rounded portal. It looks like there isn't really too much artistic flourish, more sturdiness than anything else. But based on what you're looking at here, Sen, it looks like it does lock, but it locks from this side.
Oh.
To lock him in.
I guess I'm gonna go down there and listen to it and see if there's any traps and things.
You hear flames
flames.
Sounds like a fire, possibly a fireplace, a brazier, or
A furnace.
yeah, razor. More correct pronunciation instead of undergarments. Okay, but yeah, the door is not locked. If you wish to open it.
Yeah, let's open it.
Okay.
I feel like I'm gonna regret this, but
Yeah. So the room you enter into, once I get it open, is 30 feet square, rising to a 20-foot tall flat ceiling. A stone brazier burns fiercely. It burns fiercely in the center of the room, but its tall white flame produces no heat. The rim of the brazier is carved with 7 cup-shaped indentations spaced evenly around the circumference. Within each indentation is a spherical stone, twice the diameter of a human eyeball and made of a colored crystal. No two stones are of the same color. Overhead, a wooden framed hourglass, as tall and wide as a dwarf, hangs 10 feet above the brazier, suspended from the ceiling by thick iron chains. All the sand is stuck in the upper portion of the hourglass, seemingly unable to run down into the bottom. Written in glowing script on the base of the hourglass is a verse in common, which I will read to you if you read it. There are 2 9-foot tall iron statues of knights on horseback, poised to charge with swords drawn, that stand in deep alcoves facing each other to either side of the brazier. Yeah, if you read the common tongue inscription on the hourglass, it reads, "Cast a stone into the fire. Violet leads to the mountain spire. Orange to the castle's peak. Red if lore is what you seek. Green to where the coffins hide. Indigo to the master's bride. Blue to the ancient magic's womb. Yellow to the master's tomb."
You post that in the chat because I had
I lost that pretty fast.
oh, so it's like a portal, maybe. Portal stones.
Maybe it's
Blue
like
sounds like the Amber Temple thing.
Ancient magic's
Yeah.
womb.
Yeah. I
seems
don't know.
like a transport thing.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely.
Oh.
He's not gonna tell us.
Sorry, apologies. One other note. There are other doors in the room besides. There's a door, the door you entered in is the door on the rightmost of the room upon your entry. There are 2 doors to your left upon entering, so the right of the screen. A middle door and a far door. All doors are identical in shape and size. And there's a door on the opposite side of the brazier, and that door is not the same. Instead, it seems to have iconography on the door. It appears to be a heraldic symbol of some noble house. From what you can tell, it appears to be old Alterian in design. So it's basically just a shield with symbol. The symbol on it, it's a red field with a kind of deep red bird. What might appear to be either a raven or perhaps some other bird of prey, or I guess ravens aren't technically a bird of prey, but yeah, a raven-like bird. But it's all red.
So I guess we can leave now if we want to.
Our save fountain.
It is. It is.
Are you guys curious to explore any?
Does anyone want some lore?
I am. That's the one I'm looking at, and like.
You feeling like some lore?
Is there anything I can perceive from the night guys, the guys on horses? Or or to be perceived?
Not really. They are made out of iron. They're very wonderfully crafted, um, but nothing that you can really tell. I, you can make an investigation check or an Arcana check. If you're not trained with Arcana, you can't make that. Who's talking?
Uh-oh.
Sorry. I didn't mean for that to play
10.
audio.
Oh my gosh.
So
Sorry.
not very good anyway.
Just killed all immersion. I'm sorry. Bye.
I love you. She looks so mad now.
Sorry.
I only got a 10, so not great.
Not really anything to it.
Yeah. Look, ponies.
But yeah, lots of door options.
We don't know a lot.
Actually, can I just go ahead and examine the thingy, the fire
Sure.
thingy?
Yeah, it's a fire with cups next to it. You don't need to roll anything.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know if there was anything else I could look at.
The transcription on the hourglass above, the sand of the hourglass, the glass of the hourglass doesn't look too terribly thick. The fire itself seems to be burning without any heat. It does appear to be a magical fire, but not like ever burning torch or continual flame. There appears to be something different about the magic that's present here. The exact nature of which you can't really transcribe. There are no markings besides the writing on the hourglass.
Oh, I get it. So you cast whatever color stone into it
Yeah.
that you wanna
Go to. This
go
one I'm thinking.
to see. I don't know.
Well, Nodder, you want to throw the redstone in here?
You could also, you might be able to determine that if Rathween were to descend the mountain very quickly.
He could have
That
come in
son
from
of a
here,
gun.
and he was in the office, which led right from here.
Yeah.
But is blue to the mountain or is violet to the mountain? These are the questions.
Indigo to the Master's bride? I don't remember seeing the bride
What?
up. You said, which one did you say?
No. Blue
Uh-huh.
to the ancient magic's womb,
Right.
or violet leads to the mountain spire.
Well, you would know that the Solink Pass archway did have a spire on top of its high buttressed fiery nonsense.
I was just connecting the blue to the robes.
Sure. Could be why they were blue.
Yeah. Who knows? Sim does not.
But yeah,
'Cause they know nothing.
the other doors don't appear to be locked.
Okay. I want to check out this far one at the top.
Okay. It opens to a stairwell that goes up.
What about the one next to Nodder?
It goes to a stairway that goes up to a landing some 15 feet, 20 feet above you.
So we got stairs, stairs, and more stairs.
Yeah, but you can see that the stairway up here in the middle, it appears to move up to a hallway that's about 10 foot high that's filled with mist.
Oh, spooky. Maybe those are catacombs. And then what about this one down here?
All right.
To the south.
1 second. You
More
see
stairs.
no
No.
two large wooden thrones that rest on a balcony. Behind the throne, or well, actually, you'd see a curtain right now, but kind of through the curtain, you can see that there are a couple of thrones out on a balcony.
Oh. Wait, but we're in the basement.
Yeah.
I
Do you
want to
go-
go explore it.
So you're a theater nerd. The
Yeah.
the curtains are very theatrical, very heavy curtains. As you kind of pull them astride, you see the two thrones, wooden, very ornate, very cushy silk cushions. The balcony seems to over extend over a large room that appears to be filled at least to ankle or maybe knee height with water. You also
Well,
would
that's
note that
interesting.
there are dark shapes in the water. There appear to be racks, iron maidens, stalks, and other instruments of torture submerged in the water and on the walls of the room.
Oh.
Looks like the victims of these implements reside still beneath the water. Some of them just barely underneath the water, so that they're clearly visible. Their last tortured faces.
So this was like a torture room
For the watching.
for the watching.
You would see that down there, which again it's about 15 feet or 17 feet down. You would note that there is a passageway that exits out of the big room to the east.
Great, great, great. Well, we just gonna back out, right out of here, and
Fuck that.
fuck that shit.
All right. So yeah,
Too spooky for me.
do you want to play with the brazier, or do you want to move through onto the misty chamber?
Put red in the brazier.
You jump in.
I want to know where it goes.
Are you jumping in?
I'm going in.
Nothing happens.
Son of a gun.
It's literally like a video game when you jump in a light source that doesn't do anything. You know, everyone sees you kind of like weirdly pixelated.
I take the red thing and throw it into the light.
Huh.
With the fire.
Spooky.
All right.
Huh.
Bear with me here. And is everybody in the room at this point or no?
Laura, are you in the room with us? Yeah.
Okay. So if you're all in the room, give me just a second. I should have expected shenanigans. I just didn't expect those immediate shenanigans.
You didn't see it coming from me.
Everyone and everything in the room disappears. The last thing that you hear and see is the sands in the hourglass beginning to fall. And sorry, I just gotta make sure we're on the right map.
We're gonna have to walk back, guys.
I hope not.
What the hell? Sorry, bear with me.
That's not our specialty.
I see what you did.
Isn't that every game since the last 6 months?
Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing new about that
I
one.
see what you did there from 20 miles away.
I finally found it.
Every time.
So, just about to switch it. Apologies. Imagine you're playing a PlayStation game and it's a loading screen.
Yeah.
And I mean a PlayStation.
It's all part of the experience.
I'm telling them about the spooky torture room.
Oh yeah, he had one of those back in the day.
Great. Love that. I wanted to sit in those thrones though. Those look comfy.
What?
Yeah, there were thrones.
So
Should have jumped in.
you vanish from your current position and you appear
Fancy. Ooh, are we
in.
sitting on the cushy couches?
If you are currently placed on a cushion, yeah, you would be sitting.
Heck yeah.
You appear in a study. There are dozens and dozens and dozens of books. There is kind of an eerie music coming from the chamber beyond. Yeah, it's very warm. There's a fire currently going in the fireplace, which is very massive. There's a table with candles out. Very comfortable looking study.
A library of sorts.
There's also
Do we want to look at the books?
sorry. There's also paintings on the walls, and there are some exits out, but there are some paintings on the doors and walls. One of them appears to be a perfect rendition of the bride of Strahd's Desired. It looks exactly like Elenia, and also Aaron.
Everyone, I think if we want to find anything out here, we might want to be quick. The hourglass.
One last thing. You will note sitting in the center of the room, kind of floating in the air, is a small fire, red in coloration. You can make an Arcana check. I think you might get what I'm saying, but make an Arcana check just so we can solidify it. If you want to go back as the one who cast the stone, you touch the fire and everyone in this room goes with you. Back to your original destination, or original location.
Cool.
And yeah, your
Shall
presumption
be your guide.
your presumption is it will last as long as the hourglass will go.
Hey, John, you had said Strahd's Desire. You meant Gulthias's.
Did I say straw? Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh!
He broke the wall.
I'm getting so unimmersed right now.
Yeah, well, I mean
Is
that
this Strahd's curse? Or Curse of Strahd? Is that what it is?
it's not.
The Strahd tree.
This isn't Strahd's castle. It's Gulthias' castle. I hate you
Strahd's
guys.
tree. That was good.
Yeah, the Strahd tree.
Strahd's tree.
Doesn't sound as good.
I actually legitimately just wanted to make sure that I wasn't missing something and that Strahd was involved in this story as well.
Oh yeah,
It's like, wait, there's two of them?
two master vampires.
Oh god.
Ah,
There can only be one.
that would be the most terrifying.
You can tell that the flame does seem to be withering, though, so you don't know how long it will be, but
As I said, we should probably hurry up.
Well,
Okay.
it's a reading.
is there anything in the books that you want to check, or do you want to start opening doors? There are a total of 5 doors. One is a double door on the western wall, and that one is plain. There's no iconography or anything. The one to the south is the one with the painting.
I'm gonna go ahead and skim the bookshelves and see if there's anything of note.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Can I stand on you?
On me?
I couldn't see your token anymore. I was like, wait.
18.
Okay. As you're kind of skimming through, you can see that there's some different types of books. The one that kind of piques your interest is a book of heraldry, which you grab and pull down, open it, kind of start looking through. It's very well illuminated, the book. It looks like a lot of gilding and gold went into features of the book. The main thing you find is this seems to be a listing of great Alterian houses, and one of the ones that you're kind of looking for is the same sigil as the one you saw below on the door on the southern side. Red field with a dark red raven. This appears to be the House Torinor, which is one of the great houses of the Altirian Empire. It was the lead house sent during the War of Sword and Serpent to aid the Elvish peoples in the defense of the Dragon Isles. And as you well know, Gulthias serves in that war, according to what you know, served the dragon, not the elves.
I'm gonna put that in my pocket.
Okay.
You stealing?
I essentially work here. I can borrow some books.
Just got back from leave.
Do you, put it, do you put it in your pouch or do you toss it into Copper's bags?
I'll put it into my pocket.
Sure. Any door investigations?
Outdoor.
South door?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to investigate the south door.
All right. If you open up the south door, Saphira, you would enter into another dining room. Because that's what rich people do, right? Is they just have a lot of dining
They
rooms.
just have a lot of dining rooms. They have, yeah,
They
They
dine
dine-
our lunchroom.
so
This is
much.
where we have brunch.
So-
yeah, they're having brunch.
The music appears to be coming from here. There appears to be a lot of dust in the room. There's a pungent smell of decay that fills the room. It looks like there was a dinner that was once served here, but it looks like it has fallen away to time. Massive long oak table, not too dissimilar from the one that was in the organ room. The china and silverware looks like it's kind of dust covered with bits of rot, like old bones and the like. There are cobwebs hanging all about, and there is a single doll of a well-dressed woman that adorns the crest of an old, like lacy kind of cake structure in the center of the dining table.
So it's just like an OTT Lolita dress, basically.
It's like an OTT Lolita dress, exactly. In real essence, it looks like, despite having it looks like someone had a huge Lolita party and just didn't clean up afterwards and just closed the door and left it for
Let
like
it mold.
a long time. Also, it does also kind of look like it might have been It might have served as a wedding dinner.
Mhm.
The music, as I mentioned, there is a 3 instruments that are just kind of floating ghostly over in the far corner opposite of where Nodder is. Actually, no, sorry. Yeah, directly south west, that are just playing themselves. You then see kind of a form appear at the head of the table. It looks very much like Gulthias, except it appears to be ghostial and kind of distorted. And as you kind of enter in, it kind of looks up at you and just starts banging on the table, causing the silverware and plates to kind of shift about.
Expecting guests.
I said Gulthias, right?
Shit.
Did I say Gulthias?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you go in?
I'm going and trying to go.
Oh.
Can't see
No
anything.
follows.
Oh, sorry. I don't know how your light went away. You're supposed to be glowing bear.
I'm just bumping into stuff. I heard the thumping on a tail and I was like, what's that?
You might have to move us, John. Michael got disconnected.
Well, I'm back now.
Yeah, but it shuffles the pictures, I think.
I think he came in last anyways.
Yeah,
Oh,
I got you.
last we
Okay.
did.
But yeah, the Gulthias apparition, it doesn't appear to be him. It doesn't appear to be an illusion of him. It appears to be a specter or ghost that appears to be like him. And it's just angry and mad and just slamming at the table. Yeah.
Poor buddy.
Does anybody else follow in, or is it just Nodder in there?
Oh, I wanted to go in
Well,
too.
Okay.
I'll
The,
go in.
The
Yeah.
Fira had gone in also.
the second you enter,
Yeah, I was already in.
the second you kind of enter and mosey in, Aveline, you notice that there's kind of a ghost kind of hiding in the corner, It appears to be a small young boy, kind of just looking at you off in the corner and just hanging there for curiosity's sake. Um, from this position, it looks like he's kind of hiding or like he's being punished. You're not sure. The other thing you notice that's strange about this room is that the doors on the left and right side on entering in have mirrors, and the window behind the master seat on the table is open, and wind is actually blowing in. So you're no longer underground.
I'm gonna approach the ghost.
Okay. Real quick question: did you or the did Copper have the coffin on them? It's Copper, right?
Oh.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
So, oh yeah. So,
No.
I don't think we discussed it, but I was going to open it when we were up in the office area.
Sure,
before
let's get-
we went downstairs.
So out of character, quick. I've explained it in the Discord, but I want to explain it to the group, or to the people at home.
Terrifying puppet.
There's a
child.
there's a marionette puppet inside of the child-sized coffin that she found up in the Amber Temple. It appears to be a construct, but it doesn't appear to have vitae or a power source or soul in it. And if she were to find like a golem or construct or something, she could extract that from. Or if she wanted to extract it from one of the ones she has, besides the turret, rather, she'd be able to turn it on and make it be a real boy.
Real
No.
boy. Tiddlewick.
No.
But yeah, Ghost Boy kind of, as you're kind of approaching, kind of backs away from you, and you can see that he's kind of entering into the wall as that's happening.
I'm gonna try
Gotta
and
run.
kind of like capture him like a bug.
He goes.
Oh my God.
He goes into the wall.
With
It's
the
like,
coffin and
Oh.
the doll.
do you go grab the coffin and then bring it in and try and snap it shut on him? Is that what you're saying?
Well,
What?
Yeah, technically I had it on me because when we were resting
okay.
in the
Gotcha.
in the upper area.
So if you did have it on you, you actually would have, before you even got to that point, flown like magnetized towards it and entered into it.
What?
Yay!
I'm
The, bo-
disgusted.
the box begins to rattle.
No. Sin is out. We outie.
Let him out of that box
He
then.
he pops out. He kind of starts kind of like jumbling on the ground, and then kind of finally like stands up like he's being drawn up by strings, invisible strings. Kind of looks at you.
Gosh, no.
He's so cute.
Sin's in the other room, so they can't see anything. But
I'm just.
And
He's my friend now.
they're gonna
so.
be terrified whenever you bring that shit in.
The way he's looking at you, like his face doesn't seem to have like a very large range of emotion available to it. It has a very ventriloquist-like dull kind of mouth, and as you can see, as you saw in the picture before, it doesn't really have much in the way of features. Its eyes kind of blink closed and can kind of shift slightly. But the way, for some reason, and you don't know what it is, Aveline, but the way he's looking at you, it's like, Mom.
My son. I'm just gonna scoop him up, kind of just like let him sit on my arm, and just like walk back into the library.
He shuts his eyes. You assume him in happiness, and you walk back in with a ghost boy puppet.
It's just lounging on that couch in pure bliss, and looks over and just screams.
The flame seems like it's about halfway through, so your presumption is you've probably got another 10 or so minutes left within, as it took some time to find the book, maneuver about, etc. Did anybody else want to do anything besides what's happened in those 10 minutes? Mainly talk to Sen, Hero, and Saphira.
I guess we'll look at the store up. Wait, which one was the south one? Was the picture door, right?
Correct. The one that went into the dining room of
What
Hell.
were these double doors?
They are very nice and ornate, and they're actually pocket doors. They slide open.
Oh, it's open.
Okay. 1 second. You open them to reveal
A lady.
you see you're first assaulted by the sweet smells that waft from the room. It's very delicately lit. There is a great arched window along the western wall that is covered by heavy red draperies, gold tassels glinting in the light of the three candelabra that are sitting atop small tables about the room. Tall white candles burn with bright, steady light. A large bed, canopied by silk curtains, sits with its headboard against the north wall, carved into the headboard. With great skill is a large tea. Lying amid the velvet and satin sheets and bedclothes is a young woman in a nightgown. One of her dainty slippers has fallen to the floor at the bed's foot. She appears to be asleep.
Well, that's just creepy.
Maybe she's
Gonna go in. Can I see who she does? She look like someone we would
Looks like
know?
a young Straphanian woman. Someone of the
Just-
someone of the veil.
Okay. Well, that's spooky.
There are a pair of double doors similar to the ones you just opened in
We'll
on the south side.
quietly tiptoe over to the other doors and open those.
Make a perception check.
Okay. We're pretty good at perception. 16 though.
She seems to be a very heavy sleeper, and from
Great.
what you can tell, as she's kind of laying there, like you can see her neck, and it's completely clean and unwounded. As she's kind of rolling around in the bed, seems to be turning a little bit from whatever dream she's having. You can see that there's no bite on either side of her neck.
Suspicious. Future food, yeah. Let's. Can I open these doors down here? These south ones?
Of course.
Ugh.
In this chamber, you see that there are red satin curtains that hang in archways at both sides of the south wall. The room is dark except for a candle sitting next to a bathtub, clawfoot bathtub. The iron tub is completely filled with blood.
That's disgusting.
That's disgusting.
That's disgusting. Live like this?
regular Tuesday
Bitch, you
night.
live like this?
We don't like this, so we go.
You can see that there is a connecting door that seems to go to the dining room from there as
Yeah.
well, but you don't go in.
No.
Okay. You shut the doors behind you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. She seems to be undisturbed as you pass back. Do you close the doors behind you again?
Yeah.
Okay. That happens while Nodder and Aveline do their shenanigans. Was there anything else in there, Nodder, that you wanted to do?
No, I was just.
Okay.
Is this look like like this is a ghost?
The
Or does
Gulthias?
it-
Maybe
Or
Yeah,
the-
does it look like a ghost?
remnants of
Does it look
its
like the ghost of
emotions.
Gulthias? Yeah, yeah. Is
Yeah.
it like a memory?
It looks like a twisted specter of him. You're not sure whether or not it is part of his soul or like just a remnant or, like you said, a memory.
Does it do anything else outside of pound the table? Is there any way I can like
What?
interact with?
Once the kid's gone, it seems to kind of just look back down and just start kind of scooping at the plate. You can see that his hands are going through the things on the plate, but it looks like his plate, unlike all the other plates, has a massive piece of the cake kind of sitting on it, and it looks like it's kind of disgusting. Very ancient cake.
Don't want to eat that.
No, I'm not gonna eat.
I'm not gonna eat that. Mm-mm.
Do you like cake?
Everything's cake.
Everything is cake.
Oh my god, wouldn't that
Oh,
be
I'm
such
done.
wouldn't that be just such a crazy twist if we just find out that everything in the room is cake?
Guys, it's
You-
all cake.
You finally defeat Gulthias, and in essence, he was a cake.
And he's
Gulthias was cake. Oh
He was
my
just
god.
a cake fan and
He,
not a
he
vampire
explodes.
at all.
He explodes, and you're all covered with icing and fluffy, moist cake.
delicious.
I don't. You guys need to stop.
Was
Gulthias
there
cake.
confetti on the inside?
You need to stop reading ahead.
Yummy. Yummy, yummy.
Not cool.
But yeah, that's all I was curious about.
Okay. Saphira, Hero, was there anything that you wanted to check out? There's one more door that leads to the north there, but yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm curious about the north door.
Okay. If you go and check it out, it leads into what appears to be kind of a catacomb-like structure.
Oh.
Very kind of exterior as well. You can feel the biting cold of the winds of the Vale. You can also see that the mist seems to enter into this space as well. It appears that this is some sort of exterior exit entry. If you kind of move northern out that door a bit, you would see that to the right of you, there's a massive stairwell that descends down and up. If you look up, if you go to that stairwell and look up, you see, hold on, hand out. A massive glowing heart.
Spooky.
Wow.
And then to the left of you, up in that chamber,
Oh no.
is a hall with dark alcoves that line the walls. The ceiling has fallen in a bit here, leaving rubble strewn across the floor. Overhead, the beams of the castle are of the castle's roof are exposed. Lightning from the dark clouds above sporadically illuminates the hall, lighting the faces of life-sized human statues in the alcoves. Each visage is frozen in terror. And then across that hall, you would see that there is a staircase that descends down, a smaller one than the big-ass one. And I'd say you'd be doing that while Sen is straight creeping, and Nodder and Aveline are having a party.
Not a cool party. I saw some weird shit in here.
Well, it's actually a baby shower. Anyway,
Hate it.
do any of you, or last but not least, Michael, does Hero do anything, or is he just chilling with Alenia in the study?
Yeah, he's honestly just gonna be chilling.
Okay. Copper also sits there and does nothing.
As per usual. So it's okay though.
But yeah, do you all reconvene back in the center hall, or do you want to investigate other things? It is getting close to the wire, but not like that you have to rush or anything. Just probably should head back that way. Oh, one other thing. Sorry, Lara, Saphira would hear from her position up near the stairwell that outside you can kind of see that there's an exit that leads out, and also the roof is kind of busted out. You can hear the sounds of plated individuals walking around outside like a patrol.
Oh, okay.
Do you head back to the group?
I mean, I feel like I should because I don't know what that's about.
Okay.
So.
No worries. So, yeah, if you all reconvene back in the room, do you want to bamf back to the Hall of Fire or continue exploring here?
Are we just gonna leave the lady in the bedroom?
She has
A
a
lady in a
tub full
bedroom.
of blood.
I don't know if that's.
She could be a vampire.
But she'd have bite marks.
You
Gulthias
also
does
brought
not
a
have.
terrifying looking puppet to life.
This is my cute Piddlewick.
He's
Terrifying.
Holding him like a cat.
yeah. If you still have him in your arms, he kind of looks up at you like, and then.
Oh, that's just haunted.
We all flip down here.
So there's a massive stairwell we can drop him down. We can drop-
Oh, that's a great idea.
You wouldn't drop
Yeah,
someone's
hero. Your sword destroys constructs, so
Get to work. Do you?
Is there a bathtub
at
full of
it.
blood over here, though?
There's a bathtub full of
there's
blood.
a
in there.
bathtub full of blood.
Because I'm gonna break that tub.
It's made out of iron.
I'm gonna flip that tub.
Do you
Are
go?
you
Over,
gonna go into that room?
are you going over there?
Yeah, I want to flip that tub.
Okay.
Oh no.
As you approach it and kind of get close, you watch as the blood erupts from the tub, and you watch as a pale woman. You can only tell she is pale as the blood kind of starts to spill off of her as she erupts. Comes up out of the bathtub and grabs a hold of the sides of it and starts screaming out in agony. This wakes the woman in the other chamber. And you can see that the woman who is currently holding the sides of the tub is very bony, black, stringy hair that's kind of like matted to her pale flesh, and it looks like her throat has been slit. And she's screaming, and so you can hear it out of her mouth, but you can also hear it out of her throat.
Oh.
Oh
What am I
God.
looking at here?
She starts to crawl out of the bathtub like
No.
fucking Ring.
No.
And
Can I
heading
finish
tw-
flipping the tub still?
Wait. No. This is before you got to the tub. So
Oh, I didn't get there yet.
are you
Yeah.
closing the door on that, or are you going to deal with that?
I'm gonna try and deal with that.
All right, roll initiative.
Oh,
Oh
Nodder.
no.
Nodder.
I just was like,
Just
oh,
Nodder for the first round. Go ahead and roll initiative.
What if I get rid of his food?
Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
All right. So her initiative is hidden. She is kind of as well. Yeah, what do you do? She seems to be kind of scuttling towards you at first.
Wait, am I supposed to see her?
No, she
Just the tub?
imagine she's on the screen, but she's not.
The tub, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm gonna keep flipping the tub. I'm gonna grab the tub and try and tip it over.
Okay. Yeah, it is pretty well secured to the floor.
Well, dang it. I wasted my action.
All right. As you kind of go ahead and make an athletics check. I've got the DC. It's going to be really, really, really hard.
Man.
Heave ho, you're pretty sure this isn't happening. And then on her initiative, you watch as she kind of moves up to you, and kind of, and you can kind of hear something coming out of her rattling throat, and she says, "It will be you." And then she kind of darts away from you, and that weird kind of like, horror movie trope kind of, and she goes through the curtain on the left side out of this room, leaving a massive blood trail on the ground. You then hear screaming from the room north of you as you're being watched by the woman who's kind of in the bed. She's now kind of pulling all the covers up to herself. We're out of initiative, so if anybody wants to act.
My plan failed.
What did you do?
I wanted to get rid of a food source, or Gulthias possibly. This lady, are you okay?
She's... what are you? Some kind of bear demon?
I'm just
Nodder.
a normal creature. Yeah, I'm just not.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Like Titan says you should have asked the bath lady out.
Oh, no, I'm good, bro.
I mean, hell no.
No.
So, Nutter, she looks frightened and is kind of like holding the bed very tightly to her. She says, "You better leave! You better leave!"
Are you trapped here?
No! If the master returns, he'll protect me. Ah! Gulthias, please help me!
It's an alkalite.
Do you murder her in her bed?
No. No.
Okay.
Any problems be
Do you leave?
problem? Yeah, I'm starting to leave. I'm getting.
Close the doors. She stops screaming. You can definitely hear like panting, like frightened panting. And the perfect timing, the flame seems to be kind of withering as everyone kind of returns back, wondering what the fuck is happening with the screaming.
I kind of started a problem back there, but it'll still be there when we're done.
That's tomorrow's problem.
Elenia shakes her head. Sure.
A lady.
She just looks so annoyed.
A few very strange and weird creatures that are out to get me now.
Are we touching the fire and going back to the brazier room? Or no?
Stephanie.
Are we going to let the time lapse and let the fire go, Stephanie? Or is Aveline going to grab the fire and send us all back?
If we're all ready to go, I can go ahead and
Okay.
do
Sounds good.
Oh man, if I just don't go upstairs though, it'll be fine.
Probably.
That old
Or you might
grandma
go see your
lady without the
girlfriend.
kid. Nah. Talks out of her mouth and her throat. It ain't. You weren't there. You didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it.
It's bad.
So, you return back.
Going back there.
The doors are still open as you left them. After that horror show, do you wish to talk? Oh, sorry. One thing you would note is that the stone appears to have returned to its cup-like position, the red stone. And if you had to venture a guess, it was probably about 30 minutes, 20, 30 minutes of time that lapsed, that was allowed present.
Would anyone like to take another trip?
The Great Big Rocket Ship. Sure, as long as that puppet doesn't come with us.
Oh, he's coming. He's going everywhere with us.
Then
Elenia-
I'm not going anywhere.
I'm fine with the puppet personally. I think he's cute.
Elenia says, "The Master's tomb. That's where I would like to go. We don't have much time. If he returns, we'll have to fight him at full strength."
Ooh.
Oh, maybe we should then.
Yeah. Elenia's pretty smart.
If you wish to continue about, we can. Perhaps we can find something additionally that will help us. She says as she brandishes out the femur, looks over to Saphira's holy symbol, and then looks to the sun sword. But I think we're more than competently ready to fight him. We've got a lot of gear.
Power of 3.
Most of the ladies in, well, actually all the ladies in this
Oh,
group.
the ladies. Yeah.
All the ladies.
Yeah, I was thinking the femur is not one of the special artifacts, but it really is.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, if that's where you want to go. Are we chucking a stone in? Or do you want to go to the bride?
You think we have time for that?
Well, again, yeah, the Master's tomb and the Master's bride. Where would the Master's bride be, I guess? The Master's tomb is probably the best bet, though.
Well, the bride is apparently Linya.
Could we go maybe to the tomb, take care of that, and then if we have extra time, maybe go to the...
Yeah.
That sounds fine. Let us do it. Alright, so if you are chucking in the stone,
Cast in yellow.
let me just
Yeller.
have a giant beating heart in a tower. They celebrate Valentine's Day with chains and leashes.
Do you mention that, Saphira?
Yeah.
I'm-
Okay. And you mentioned the proportions, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Here, I'll make a history check.
Sorry, I was just saying that out of character. I was. Their Valentine's Day
I
is
don't
so
think you
fun, but
heard.
they have giant heart.
Michael. Go ahead and make a history check.
Oh,
Oh no!
bombed it.
Well, you have it.
What is history?
You actually have advantage for the roll because it's related to
Hey.
your culture.
Oh,
But yeah.
okay, that's
Oh,
pretty
how
good then.
convenient.
So, by the proportions she explains and the coloration of it, it appears that that would be a red great worm's heart. And the only heartless red great worm you can think of is Ashmedea, who had her heart lanced out by Saint Averio during the War of Sword and Serpent. If that's here, then that's very interesting.
Could eat it and gain its strength.
My God, hero being so.
I was actually thinking the exact same thing.
Yes.
eat
Oh, speaking of eating it, your food's here, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
We don't need no food.
Yeah, I do.
All right, yellow time.
Yeah, that's what I presume. So I just, it should be shift pinged.
Soon.
Did it not move you?
Nope, there it is.
We're good.
Okay, I'm waiting for it to move. There it goes. Alright, so, this is...
The bed.
You disappear and appear. Kind of shift yourselves into squares because you're not technically in them right now. But there's a black marble set of steps to the north of you, and a dark tome that has vaulted ceiling, 30-foot overhead. The essence of evil permeates the very air here. The smell of freshly turned earth is here as well. Settled into the dirt on the floor is a shining black coffin of finely waxed wood. The coffin's fittings are of brilliant brass, and the lid is closed. South of the coffin are 3 gloomy alcoves. An iron lever protrudes from the north wall, east of the tome's entrance. Beyond that, you can see that there is a portcullis that bars you from exiting this place to the north. The lever seems like it might function as the mechanism to allow you exit. As you appear and kind of start to maneuver about, before you really get to do much of anything, you see that the ground just to the east of the coffin starts to stir.
Oh.
Mm.
Do you wish to exit this place in haste, or wait for whatever it is to come out?
Well, we gotta be here anyway, don't we?
So.
I grabbed that axe that I made a shiv out of.
Alright. You start to watch as the earth breaks open, and 3 women erupt from the ground.
Fantastic.
Does one have a slit throat?
As they come up out of the ground,
Your girlfriend.
you notice that they start to kind of move a bit more. They kind of move like very unnaturally to get out of the earth. But as they finally come up, they start to move with a bit more grace. One of them wears a soiled white wedding gown, a gold tiara on her head, and she appears to be wearing 10 gold bracelets about her wrists. Then there's one in a red wedding gown. You're not sure if it's red or if it's just stained with that much blood. She's wearing a black and crimson silk headscarf sewn with precious jewels, and a platinum necklace with a black opal pendant. Then there is a woman in a faded golden wedding gown, a platinum mask over her face, vaguely shaped like a skull, and 10 platinum rings about her fingers set with various colored gemstones. The one with the skull face says, "You are not Gulthias. What right do you have to enter this place?"
I mean, fair question.
I work here.
We are all his honored guests.
She looks to Aveline. Aveline, make a deception check.
That she is not good at.
No, I'm not.
We know what happened last time.
Makes it with advantage because you are a. You look like one.
I look like one.
You are an automaton.
18.
Okay.
Did you accidentally enter into the gate, then? Begone. Leave the way you came, touch the flame, or exit out the door.
And you can see that the flame hovers just above the coffin, colored yellow, and there is the lever and the portcullis to the north.
Oh, quick question. Are these alcoves, did you say they have bars of any sort, or are they just alcoves?
They're alcoves.
Okay.
From what you can tell, it does look like there are things kind of hanging out and about the walls, different dresses and things of ornate kind of beauty, presumably things that these brides own. You would know that it's kind of light outside since you kind of saw outside of it, so they were presumably sleeping when you barged in.
I'm just here to clean the casket. I'll be quick.
Fine.
The two other brides kind of look to the middle one and whisper something in a language you don't speak, except for Hero, who does. In Draconic, she says,
The dragon one is confusing to me. One of the lieutenants of Ashmedea, perhaps?
The one on the other side.
I do not know. A storm breather? As a lieutenant of the goddess of flame? I think not.
The middle one says,
Silence! She is cleaning. Go back to your rest. What about the others? The others? Oh.
and they all look to Alenia, and all of them kind of snap in on her. Like, immediately. They do not like her at all. Initiative.
Blonde hair,
Oh,
right?
fuck.
I was like, they're just ignoring us. I'm alright, it's cool.
And I was like, are we gonna
Sneak
get
attack.
away with this?
It's the blonde hair, isn't it?
No, they recognize her. They see paintings of her all over this damn place.
Oh shit.
That bitch who stole our man.
Oh no.
She's back. She's gonna take all our loot.
Who's gonna take that loot?
Oh yeah. It's
Hey, babe, can you let Gwen in? She's meowing.
Aww.
Ow. Meow.
Aww.
Like, she's gonna.
All right, everybody roll.
Oh, I heard her.
Oh, Lara, select your token and then click on the initiative on your character sheet.
Okay. One second.
the character of Hero will now be played by Gwen the cat.
Aww.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
Oh.
Oh, that little chin.
Peanut butter chin.
Yeah.
All right, everybody rolled.
Yeah.
All right, as they kind of and like turn more feral and like vampiric, they seem to kind of lift off of the ground and look like they're ready to just dart straight to Alenia. She raises up the femur, and yells out, "In the name of the Morning Lord, Octavius, the even-handed judge, back!" And they all just, "Ah!" And you watch as radiance kind of spills out from the femur, and each one of them is going to make a roll to save against turn.
Instantly die.
She does have Destroy Undead, but I don't think she can turn or destroy. They're too powerful for that.
Make
Um,
the dead. Or
yeah, they all fail. So on their initiative, instead of jumping forward, you watch as their faces all kind of change from angry or from like confused but pleasantly fine with the cleaning to "I hate you, die, you man-stealing bitch," to "Ah!" And then they all run to the corners and just hide. And they seem to be completely in terror.
Yeah, that's right. Shake a duster at him.
Alenia very quickly, as she kind of holds it up and you can see it's still kind of glowing with radiance, she says, "If you strike any of them, they will stop staying in their corners. Foul beasts." It goes to them, that's what they did, and then it goes to you, Aveline. You are still cleaning, or?
So I actually don't know what we're trying to do here.
If you want, you can open the casket to see if there is the remains of Gulthias inside.
Yeah.
And you can make a religion check to kind of understand. Yeah.
Yeah, let's open that bad boy.
Destroy the casket.
it's an unboxing, y'all.
Okay. So you would know that, real quick, a vampire, when they are at their worst, will retreat back to wherever their coffin is, and will try and regain their, themselves at that point. You would also know that during the daylight hours, which we're currently in, a vampire would rest in that. So as you pop open the lid, you're not surprised, but at the same time there's a jump scare involved, as Gulthias is in the coffin and lashes out at you. Yeah.
Okay.
Gulthias has entered the chat.
Aveline,
Be
leave.
mad.
And I will strike you.
So much for a warm welcome.
Welcome home. Smack. This is an abusive situation. We need to get everyone.
Nobody
out
said
here.
he was nice.
He lunges at you with his hand, and he gets a hold of you. He slams his hand onto your throat and kind of lifts you up a bit as he kind of does the whole, the trope vampire thing where he kind of flies up out of it. And as he kind of stands up, he holds you in the air, looking at you, annoyed, and he says, "Dustgilt whore!" Throws you down to the ground. Looking at you all in kind, he says, "I will murder each and every one of you. And then I will take you," and his form seems to be changing as he's doing it. He goes from like a very vampiric, bestial thing to a more refined gentleman, looking to Alenia, "And then I will take you. You will finally be wed." And with that, I'm going to change the music.
Sir, she took a vow of celibacy.
Yeah. If
She is married to God.
She is married to the Lord, our Savior. Looks at Alenia. What god is it that you serve?
Octavius, the Morning Lord. I just said a bunch of names for him.
I'm not very smart.
She nods. I know.
Oh shit, that was straight up just a phi line right there.
Did you say friends are the most honest?
All
This is
right.
a good episode.
So
We haven't died yet.
we're getting into this. You definitely made it here a lot sooner than anticipated.
We're about to die.
But He will be entering the initiative count at the beginning of the next initiative. And they are still turned, and Alenia is still holding up the beacon to kind of keep them back. Aveline, your turn was opening the sarcophagus, or the coffin, which would have been your action. You could still move, but you are currently grappled. So your turn, unless you have a bonus action. Cannon.
I don't believe I do.
Cannon.
Oh, I just feel like she would be so like
Stunned.
yeah, just
Master.
Hero. This is what we came to do.
Well, I'm just I'm going in.
Okay.
Gwen is in the way of my screen. I'm going to
When is your
just casually walk up and shatter spike
Okay.
attack.
Hit.
12
Okay.
bonus attack. Ooh.
All right. So as he kind of grabs a hold of Aveline and discards her, saying "Dusk Elf whore," dropping her to the ground, you slash him in the back, and you can see blood kind of trickle through the red cloak. And he turns his attention to you and raises his hand like this. You hear a rattling inside the coffin, and a mithril blade sword flies out and blocks your blade, hovering in between the two of you as he holds his fingers like this. Bonus action. Was the Vicious Longsword. You have your second attack with Shatter Spike.
Yep. Shatter spike again. Ooh.
Oh,
Damage.
nice.
14.
Okay. Seems pretty well wounded by these attacks.
I'm honestly just going to immediately action surge.
Okay.
And with my action surge, I'm going to... What position are we in? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Exactly enough to line them both up. Lightning Breath to hit both Gulthias in the middle, Vampire in the back.
Okay.
It's a 30 foot, so it hits exactly.
DC for the save.
That is... I always forget what that is. It is going to be 8 plus Constitution plus Proficiency, so... 8 plus...
So the lightning kind of...
Yeah, so
and
11.
Gulthias kind of leans to the side. You watch as his form kind of is highlighted with a bit of red, and he kind of shifts to the side and then reappears in his actual position. The lightning bolt kind of streams past him and slams into the woman in the back. You watch as she takes the blow, and then you can see her eyes kind of go from fearful to storm breather. Very annoyed look towards you. What was the damage on it?
Oh crap. I think it's 2. I think I gotta do 2d6, but actually, it's 3d6 because I'm on 6th level.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Okay.
we're looking at 7.
Big damage. Big money. Alright. Sen. 1 second. All right. So the sword kind of hovers between you. You strike him in the side, and then he kind of warps, to the side from the lightning. And then as he kind of takes his position back, he throws out his hand in like a sudden throw forward. He's going to use a legendary action to unarmed strike hero. Hits. No damage dealt, but he grabs a hold of your throat and kind of pulls you in towards him, looking down into your eyes. You're still holding your swords and everything, but yeah. Next up, then Sen.
The throat grabber.
Legendary action.
So we gonna stay back here and we gonna shoot at him with our crossbow.
Bring it.
Bang, 20.
Okay. I haven't used my reaction yet, so I will. I am going to roll a d10 and add 10. Go ahead and roll your damage.
12.
Okay. You watch as he kind of grabs a hold of Hero and drags him down. You kind of get in a shot and shoot it directly over Hero towards his face. You see his other hand snap up and catch the arrow and snap it.
It's too cool for me.
Nodder. Before you get your turn, he's going to take his legendary action, one of his 3. I am going to actually use 2 of my points to use a bite attack on Hero.
Oh shit.
21 hits. You're going to be taking 10 points of piercing damage, and you're going to be taking 14 points of necrotic damage. You watch as his wounds from your strikes heal.
Vampire.
Alright. Nodder, you're up.
Alright, I'm raging up. Yeah. And then I'm gonna pop myself right here and do a two-handed tree bar attack on him.
Okay. Miss.
Dang. And one more.
Hit.
Yes.
16 points of damage, looks like.
It should be 18.
18 raging, sorry, yep. I got it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Nodder to Saphira.
Okay, can I use Flame Blade?
Yeah, you can. So
Okay.
it's a bonus action to cast Flame Blade.
Okay.
And hold on a second. I'm going to... I'm in your character sheet right now, okay?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that I do a thing for you. Alright, so your scimitar is a +2 scimitar. And I'm popping that open and adding a second damage type. And Flame Blade does how much extra damage? Click. Oh, yeah, hold on. I'll do it. I am dumb. I should have had you click it before. What level do you want to cast it at? First level or second level or third level? You have 2 third level slots remaining, and you have 1 second level slot remaining.
Third level.
Okay, so it'll be bigger.
Yeah.
Flame Blade says 3d6 plus 1d6 for each slot above 1, so it'll be doing 4d6 extra damage. Let me go ahead and go back into your sheet. And so we open up your scimitar, we add all right. In the type there, can you type the word fire? Do you see where it says type under damage 2?
Let me see. Yeah.
Just type the word fire and then hit the little cog in the top right to close it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Now, you still have your action, so if you'd like to, you can step forward and make an attack against Gulthias.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So then, yeah, move your token over and hit the scimitar +2 attack. Okay. Go ahead and click on the word scimitar in the chat so it drops the damage.
Clean hit.
Ooh. Okay.
Ooh.
So, no, the first one is right, and the second one is right. Yeah, that's accurate. So it'll be 14 plus 8 is 22. 22 plus 21 is 43.
Oh my gosh.
What the hell?
So you
Didn't know
ignite
Saphira was a heavy hitter.
Nice.
you ignite the blade and you walk forward with it, and you see Gulthias holding Hero, snapping the bolt, looking at you, and he says, "Rathawine's sword, and one of the abbots." As he you can see that he's quite wounded by that blow. All right, Alenia says, "Good child of the forest," she says as she looks to the vampires behind and then looks to this asshole. She steps behind you. You didn't move. You gotta move your token over to Gulthias. I did. It's okay. She steps up behind you, and she says, "Strike true. Strike again." And she will cast. I think I'm casting a spell on you. Yeah, Shield of Faith as a bonus action. She touches your back, Saphira, and you feel the holy energy of defense kind of imbue around you. You can use your reaction now to make another attack if you so please. Hit.
Oh, damn.
Click on the
Shit.
damage there.
Get it.
Alright, so that'll be a total of 9 plus 14 is 23. As you feel the authority of the god of law, the even-handed judge, enter from behind, you strike down with the fiery blade. I guess that phrasing was pretty bad. You strike down with the flaming blade and hit him once again, and he kind of reels, still holding on to Hero and kind of dragging him back, but is not happy with the current results. Alright, it'll go to the vampires. 2 of them are still bound, but the one that got struck by lightning is no longer. She dives up into the air and flies up over the grouping and lands behind. It would be actually. I didn't move my character either. This is great.
Bloody.
She lands there. And she is going to attack Saphira.
Oh.
Let's see. Well, first she will... Yeah, you watch as some of the wounds from the lightning kind of re-heal. And then she will, upon landing there, strike into Saphira, as said. Going to attack with my claws. Miss. And claws number 2, miss. You watch as this aura of, like, Atagus kind of intercepts and blocks the attacks. Alright. Lame. Aveline, you're...
Yeah, I'm just crumpled up on the floor there.
Yeah, you are prone. So it'll take half your movement to stand up from prone.
Yeah, let's go ahead and stand up, and I want to...
He's not even paying attention to you at this point. It looks like his attention is fully on the angelic druid and the others.
Remind me, does it take an action to command Copper to do something, or is that...
So what we've agreed upon is he has his own kind of initiative. He does nothing unless he's commanded as a free action. And if he's commanded as a free action, he acts on the initiative immediately after you.
Okay. So I want to go ahead and let him, tell him to focus on the vampire women.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, and then with your initiative, you still have half your movement, your action, and you literally have him, like, his back end.
Yeah, I was going to draw the sun sword, kind of, and go in for it.
Okay, go ahead and throw that attack. He, you ignite it, and he kind of turns his attention to you and goes, like a nervous kind of angry growl. You swing it in, and he kind of dodges to the side. Seems to be afraid of that, though.
Slippery.
Yeah. Hero, your initiative is up. You are still grappled. That does not mean you can't attack. You can still go nuts on him. It's just you are basically, your movement is bound by me. I choose where you go. You're muted.
That's fine, because I'm just going to attack.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Indeed.
Shatter Spike. That doesn't look good.
You swing and he kind of pushes you away so it goes wide. Next attack.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
20 will hit. Go ahead and throw the damage.
14.
Okay. You kind of get in just enough to cut his arm and then go with your last attack.
Yep.
Vicious.
There we go.
That's the ticket. Go ahead and roll the damage.
10 plus 12.
Okay. So as you come up with the shatter spike, you kind of hit the arm, and then he kind of tries to pull you in. You then spin Vicious up and catch him at the elbow joint, and you cut his arm clean off. It's still attached to you by the neck, but he is armless.
And
That's another thing on his head.
Doesn't feel too good, does it?
I'm gonna go ahead and second wind as well,
Okay.
just to heal up a little bit. So 1d10 plus my level, and I'm done.
Sen.
So 12.
We gonna. Oh,
when
this
one's out
lady.
now, babe.
I know. I can hear her.
I can see her.
She's so cute.
Just stare at Dora. This. I want out this door.
Door. Let's explore this door. Is this lady, this vampire lady, is right next to me?
Yeah. If
We
you
gonna. Is
Go-
she too close to shoot?
so you could shoot her. You have disadvantage for any range attacks you'd make since she's adjacent.
It's already out though. Can I back up?
Disengage
bit
as a
and
bonus
then
action. Shoot. Yeah.
Disengage then shoot. This
Disengage.
one?
Step 5 feet back. Shoot her.
Okay.
Or shoot Gulthias. Since everybody
I mean,
hates it.
that's true, but
Yes.
she could.
We do.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot Gulthias.
Okay. You have sneak attack damage on that, so you back away and shoot.
Big money, 26. That's gotta hit.
Oh, me.
Absolutely.
Oh,
12 and 7.
Okay. You hit him in the throat. His arm being gone, he kind of falls backwards onto the coffin, which is open. So he's kind of like caddied into it, but he doesn't seem to be moving.
You okay, buddy?
On his initiative, he regains 20 hit points, and
Jeez.
What?
gets right the fuck back up. as he
'Cause he's a vampire.
as he looks at you all, annoyed, he says, "No." He will look at
You're not my dad.
Aveline. Serve. Make a charisma saving throw. You have disadvantage.
Shit.
You have disadvantage for the saving throw. No, it is a wisdom saving throw. It is a wisdom saving throw. Sorry.
Oh, is
Oh.
it? Okay.
Oh shit.
Did pretty good.
You feel old feelings start to rise up inside of you and the desire to serve him, but you also feel that the desire to do so is twisted and tainted by what he truly is. And you feel the courage to say to him, no.
You said no, and then you're like,
No.
No.
He looks very annoyed. Everything is turning sideways here. I guess I'm gonna have to go with this then. He is going to. His regeneration did grow him a hand back, by the way.
So is it like a little short stubby arm just with
No.
a hand?
It's
Oh.
it's a completely naked hand, but it literally just back
you said
into.
you said just a hand.
Yeah, you did.
I think canon. He has a little hand coming out of his shoulder now.
No.
I can't allow
you
that.
can't say no to that. You got a puppet.
I can't
Oh,
allow that. Let's see. So I'm going to grab a hold of Hero. Success.
With his little shoulder.
You're going to take 11 bludgeoning and 14 necrotic from the grapple.
Is
And
a
then,
grapple an attack?
well, it's an unarmed strike. Before he was just grabbing for grapples. Now he's using his vampire
You said
only.
11 and 14.
Yeah.
Now he's really going for the choke.
Are you
Can
down?
I also react to that?
Does he have a safe word?
Because I've got you grappled again. And I'm going to bite you. And yeah, that's going to succeed. That's a crit.
Safe word
Oh,
is
shit.
garlic.
You're going to be taking
Really likes lizards.
16 piercing damage
Oh,
and 35 necrotic damage.
Oh yeah, I'm down.
That's powerful.
Do I actually have to put it
Can I-
negative?
No,
Or
you
just
can set it to 0, yeah. What you mainly notice is that the biting and the sucking of the blood, especially the dragon blood, he seems to be regaining hit points from that.
oh shit.
Do I
This is
get
the
to
first time I've ever been down.
Yeah.
It's bound to
That's
happen.
fine.
Gwen knocks
Okay.
back in. I'm sorry.
And sorry,
Can I also can I?
his should be 9. I don't know why it's set on 7. That's weird.
She don't know what she wants.
In between his initiative, Nodder, and yours, he's going to use 2 legendary actions to bite into Hero again.
Do I get to react to the bite, the first bite?
Sentinel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually would have been able to respond to the unarmed strike, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was curious about the first. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I wanted to pop that off.
Go ahead and throw your attack.
Why?
Miss.
It missed anyway.
All right. So he
Alright.
bites Hero again for more delicious dragon meats.
Oh.
Snack.
Yep. So Hero, you take failed death saving throw.
Oh shit.
All right.
We gotta get him out of that.
So Nodder, it's your initiative.
Oh man.
Scream.
What's that gonna do?
It's the puppet's fault.
I'll go ahead and attack him. Two-handed.
Okay.
I hit him.
That'll work. All right. 15.
One more.
That will hit. But I'm going to use my reaction to parry. The sword comes in and blocks the attack.
You fiend. I wish I had healing.
All right. Saphira, in between your initiative and Nodder's initiative, Gulthias will use his last legendary action. I'm going to use an unarmed strike on Hero. I slam him into the chest with my hand, the other hand, and just throw him aside. It's another failed death saving throw, and he kind of discards you over to here. So,
That's 2.
yeah, if he fails one more death saving throw, Hero dies. Yeah.
No. Our hero.
Saphira, you're up. Sword's still on fire. And Gulthias is right there.
Alright, I wanna finish him off then.
Slash him in the chest! You throw another crit, I'm gonna cry.
Please do.
Okay.
Get him,
One
Laura. Get him.
Click on that scimitar plus the 2.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. 15 will miss. If somebody wants to spend inspiration.
Do I have
You actually have inspiration, Laura, if you want to spend yours.
Oh, yeah,
Do it,
sure.
do
Okay.
it.
Then you'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay, so total of 19. Alright.
Oh man.
One second. It'll go to Alenia. She'll cast Mass Healing Word. Everybody in the room, get back. Everyone that's on my team, get back 7 hit points. And as a reaction, Lara, you can make another attack.
You're on mute.
Hit. Roll the damage.
Do I get 7 hit points as well?
You do.
You live. For now.
He can't die unless I say he dies.
I mean, that's fair.
Damage, Laura.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, he looks pretty well wounded again. Like he's back to death's door. It goes to the vampire brides. The other two are still afraid. But this one is going to move here and is going to grab at Saphira. Hopefully I can actually roll good this time.
Miss.
What do you got against Saphira?
She's the one doing damage. She's hitting like a damn dump truck.
That's why I want him to miss.
I hit. So she grabs a hold of you with her hands, like on your shoulders, and then as she kind of does so, she steps up off the ground, and you can feel her kind of become weightless against you, but then you feel like you're being dragged up by this enormous strength upwards as she flies up to the ceiling and steps upside down on the ceiling, dragging you up. So now you're kind of facing her, so you're still feet down, but she's upside down. Does that make sense? And then she's going.
Yeah.
And then she's going to bite you.
Oh.
You'll take 5 points of piercing damage and 9 necrotic, which is a total of 14. I need you to go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Hang on.
Far left side.
Okay.
Just click on the Constitution save.
I don't see it.
Let's see. So if you look at your character sheet, you'll see
Yeah.
inspiration, then proficiency bonus, and right
Oh,
under
never
that.
mind. Never mind.
Okay,
I got it.
16 successful. She bites into your neck, and you kind of feel your life force kind of being drained from you. It causes you to kind of spasm for a second, and then you focus your will on the flaming sword so it doesn't go away. Aveline, you are up. So about 20 feet above you, there's kind of weird Spider-Man action going on, and Gulthias is pretty well beaten the crap out of. I forgot to go with the shield guardian last time. He wouldn't have been able to move in on the one that's now up in the air, so he would have actually ran past where Hero is currently, and he would have slammed on the one in the corner. Go ahead and take your turn while I beat myself up over here, though.
Okay. Let me try and go in for the money shot.
Money shot.
Hits. Okay. As he focuses his attention back to Saphira and kind of snaps his attention in that direction, you kind of see that his back is kind of open to you, and you lance behind him with the sunblade. Everyone else watches as the blade erupts from his chest, and he seems to kind of spasm for a second and then becomes nothing but mist. The mist slowly swoops down towards the coffin. Hold on a second here.
Oh.
I had a cool quip ready and everything.
Really bad. Hope you like it sunny side up.
Okay.
That was
I'll
a
leave.
quip.
I pull the lever and I get out.
That was a one-liner, though.
He immediately reforms in the coffin, but he appears to be motionless, like he is still as the dead. The shield guardian will then go and slam in on the one in the corner. Yeah, that'll do. Just straight pummeling her. All right, Hero, you're prone. Stand up, and you can see that Gulthias is in the coffin, not moving. There's a vampire on the ceiling with Saphira, and there's a vampire in the corner getting punched and is no longer turned, punched by the shield guardian.
Yeah, I'm gonna. No. Well, so it takes half my movement to get up from prone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can still get to here.
Mm-hmm. And attack.
Yep, I'm gonna attack the spider lady.
Okay,
Right now.
she's 20 feet up.
Spider lady.
Apparently Gwen opened my door. Am I able to attack 20 feet up? I'm kind of tall.
Not tall enough. You might be able to hit Saphira's legs.
Don't do that.
Okay, I will chop off Saphira's legs.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Show that you mean business.
Oh.
Well, okay. 10, 15. I can't get to her either. Well, okay, I'm gonna go here, and I'm just gonna chill.
Okay. Sen?
I can shoot at the lady in 20 feet in the air with a
Yeah.
crossbow.
Sure can.
Let's do it. 20.
Hit. And there's an ally adjacent.
So I got sneak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got 8 and 11.
Okay. Still holding on. Alright.
This lady.
You watch.
Ooh, these vampires.
You watch.
Vampires.
As the body of Gulthias continues to lay in state. Nutter.
He's still just chilling.
Can I pull him out of the coffin?
He looks dead as hell, yeah.
Pulling him out of that
You
coffin.
grab a hold of
Punch him in the
and
face.
you wrench him upwards, and as you do so, as he exits the lip of the coffin, you watch as his body turns into mist and slams back into the same position.
That son of a.
Just laying there.
Just chilling.
Was doing that my action? Though?
Yeah, that was your action. Alright. Saphira,
Just try to take
It
him.
was
you are
cool,
currently
though. It was like-
airborne, grappled by a vampire with a flaming scimitar in hand. There is nothing stopping you from cutting her in half.
Okay, then yeah, I'll do that.
Go ahead and take your attack.
Okay.
That's a fumble. That's a miss.
Fuck.
Alright.
You had too many good rolls, sorry.
Alenia kind of looks to
Can't win them all.
the vampire in the casket. You see her ruffle through her pack and pull out a wooden stake. She spins it over, places it on the heart of Gulthias, takes the femur, and slams it down. As she does so, you watch as the femur breaks in half, and the stake itself splinters into shards, flying out in all which way in different directions. She looks down at her hand, confused, and the radiance of the femur exploding kind of causes everyone to kind of blink for a second and be startled as well. What it also does is causes the vampires to change their attention from I'm in attack state or I'm hiding in a corner to this is insane, I'm so scared. You get dropped from the air and hit the ground, and she spider climbs towards the portcullis, turns into mist, and goes through it. The other two rush towards the portcullis as well and disappear into the shadows beyond.
Man.
Bear with
I'm
me
gonna
here.
Steal their bracelets.
Yeah, they did have a lot of cool gear.
A platinum necklace.
In gold bracelets.
What you will note is the flame that would have allowed you exit from this place is no longer present. There is no return back to that position. You'll notice as well that Gulthias continues to lay there, calm as if you were visiting him upon a wake.
Calm as the dead.
You look at Alenia, who's just absolutely confused. And then she kind of looks up to you with no answers. Absolute confusion. Then, from the shadows of one of the alcoves, you see a figure kind of come out and look at you. Good job. Well done. You've done so very well. But now, as you all look to the individual, some of you recognize this individual from
It's a
up in this
boy.
statue. Some of you do not recognize this individual. The person in question appears to be wearing very fine attire, aqua blue, tons of sashes. There's a foxtail erupting out the back of these robes, and their face is a fox's face with rose-tinted glasses. They're holding a pipe that seems to be emitting smoke. It's almost like you can see the faces of people inside of the smoke. And they say, "It's a lot more difficult to slay a vampire who's been gifted their power by a demon. Certain things must be done if you wish to act in accordance with what must happen here. A dreadlord can't simply die." "I'll take my toy back." The eye snaps out of your bag, rushes across the floor, and skitters up onto the shoulder of the Ugoloth. And they say, "You see, for him to be killed outright, one of you must take his place." And that is where we'll end the session.
Wow.
Pick up next week with a really fun conversation. It's going to be a lot of conversation. Yeah. See ya.